There are more intriguing crypto news today, and we have a lot to say, especially concerning XRP, and thanks to our sponsor, the gentleman at the crypto exchange. You can get your XRP on the crypto exchange Bunex. The link is below in the description. And, gentlemen, I really appreciate all the help. Thanks for taking the time to watch these update videos. And gentlemen, these videos are for you to stay up to current on anything that happens with XRP. So, I hope the videos are useful. Vlad Tenev, the CEO of Robinhood, is back on CNBC and believes that crypto will take the place of traditional finance, which we got via Kraken Exchange. The world is becoming crypto. TradFi is now using DeFi. TradFi players are using blockchain technology, DLT, and DeFi. I suppose there are two ways to look at crypto itself. One is an asset that can be traded, like options, futures, and stocks. The other is a basic technique that underlies everything else. Yes, and in the second lens, it's the next step in evolution. We used to have financial services that were based on paper and pencil file cabinets, then mainframes, then on-premises systems, and now the cloud. Now, crypto is the next step in that process. A lot of the business logic that we've had enterprise construct is now common infrastructure. Software takes the place of things like exchanges, lending pools, and payment processors. I believe that in the future, crypto technology will be used for trading and other financial services, such as stock trading and other TradFi assets. So, the two will become one. I do think it's right. In the next 2 years, this is going to happen. And even the CEO of Visa said, "We are positive about stablecoins and crypto." Let's also look at this from CNBC. We have a plan for Visa's stablecoin. And since Visa is a rebel partner, we can see that they are leveraging the XRP ledger to launch their stablecoin. We've been getting ready for this moment by accepting and building for years. As you know, the Senate has already passed the Genius Act, and it seems likely that the House will do the same. I think that will make the rules for stablecoins clearer. And we've been supporting stablecoins. We've started letting users use stablecoins to get Visa credentials. We're using stablecoins to update our own settlement infrastructure, and we have a lot of new ideas that we want to use stable currencies to spread around the world. Do you think that stable coins will be a big part of how people do business in the future? Hi, David. We believe that stablecoins will work in 3 different markets. The first is the use case for capital markets, which you can see in crypto trading, and that's true all across the world, including the US. But the product market fit that is most fascinating moving ahead is outside of the US, and there are 2 places. The first is nations where the currency changes a lot, or there are currency controls, and people genuinely want US dollars but can't get them, such in third world countries. We already know all of this, so we're going to skip the rest of the video, and we could see that we had a connection all the way back to 2014. Ripple and the Federal Reserve are working together to build the infrastructure of the global financial system. We could see that we had a Web Payments Workshop Session 3 on March 24, 2014. We have Session 3 Back-End Banks Regulation and Future Clearing, Ripple Labs, and we have National Infrastructure, U.S. Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve and Ripple are both at the same event, and they discuss about making the financial system better at the occasion. David Anafaldo from the Federal Reserve even says that Ripple's protocol may work with the U.S. payment system. Let's look at this too. Great job on the presentation, David. Thanks. I'm sure that a lot of people in this room would like to know more about it after all the excellent things you've spoken about it. But you said that you think peer-to-peer currency, diagnostic payment, clearance systems like Ripple will be able to work with institutions like central banks in the United States. And my question is, how are we going to see that happen? What will it take? Thanks a lot. And, Everyone knows to short Ripple after all the great things I wrote about it. So, how do I see it? Like you said, Ripple is a platform that doesn't care about currency. It doesn't particularly care about making and keeping track of its own money supply, but it does have its own money supply. So, to explain the idea, Ripple is processing payments for a lot of people who don't have bank accounts, okay? And that the Fed is one of the institutions that offers a form of currency that consumers can use to pay for things, utilizing the Ripple protocol. But there could be other kinds of money. There might be Bitcoin. There may be the yen. I see room for coexistence, so I mean it. I mean, that's how I see it today. I don't see why it wouldn't continue in the future. We have the U.S. Federal Reserve and Ripple working together to make a global payment system. And we also have interoperability. We had the Federal Reserve payment system talking to and doing business with all the other payment systems in the world, all utilizing XRP. And David Schwartz answered Arthur Britto's response. He claims, "I can confirm that this was not a hack or compromise." And does David also hint at the Watcher Guru statement regarding SWIFT that came out on March 20th? Justin Swift is close to reaching an agreement with Ripple to use XRP for payments across borders. Billions of XRP are held in escrow as liquidity reserves, and supposedly the account was hacked, therefore this announcement wasn't really an announcement. But we all know that Swift will use XRP at some point, so we know that this was, in the end, an early announcement of a lead by the 1%. And, in the end, we will hear the formal word that Swift is using XRP. This was neither a hack or a security breach, guys. Also, the Central Bank of the Bahamas is updating its payment systems to meet Swift's November 2025 ISO 2022 target. In July, the Federal Reserve moved to ISO 20022. In November, people will be moving to Switzerland. The European Central Bank, ECB, has even said that XRP is used in payment flows for its DLT and digital wallet solution. So, at now, everyone is utilizing XRP, even the Eurobanks in Europe. The ECB is connecting all Eurobanks to international memories. Hey guys, Christine Lagarde and Brad Garlinghouse are in the same room. There is little doubt that Christine Lagarde knows XRP. Lastly, we have a new crypto executive order coming. President Trump's administration may release an executive order to restrict banks from cutting off crypto firms. This is meant to terminate Operation Choke Point 2.0, according to the Wall Street Journal, and it will formally end the onslaught on crypto. It's amazing to see all of this, guys. XRP has had a terrific couple of days. And guys, I'm really glad to do these XRP films because it feels like there are so many major and exciting things going on with XRP, especially now that Arthur Britto is back. The video is over now. I hope you all had fun, and I'll see you in the next one.